So I, as you know, had a tire I had to get an inner tube put into. Got that today, and I recorded a video. I haven't edited it yet, and I noticed myself procrastinating on that tire. I decided that I was going to do it by hand. My choices were, I wanted to go to the Harbor Freight and pick up a tire changer for small tires. They're $65, and I told Carolyn, next time I have a tire to do, let's just go ahead and go into town and pick one up, make a day of it. Well, this one came in, and I initially thought, well, let's go to town, and she even was ready to go to town. And I thought, no, you know, maybe I should make a video. Shade Tree Mower Mechanic is my other channel, and we'll make a video of it. That way I can show folks how to change or put an inner tube in a tire with regular hand tools. So I did that. Of course, I haven't edited it, and I don't know if I'm going to like it, if it's long enough and all that stuff. So you may see it, you may not see it. I did one of these last year. I don't know. I can't seem to find it in my... I must not put it in my playlist is my problem. But I can't find that one. But I know I didn't do as good job on that one as I did with this one. So we'll see. I'm really trying to make my other channel really pop out with good information, and it's not boring. I watch these other channels and some of these... I mean, I watch this one guy. He puts out 2 or 3 videos a week. And it's just him babbling on, kind of like I do with this channel. And I know that's part of the problem with this channel, just me babbling on. People get used to a creator, and they'll follow them. But in order to grow, I think you really have to have good content. You know, always changing scenes. But his channel, he'll be showing you how to work on a chainsaw, and he'll tell you, okay, I'm going to take this bolt, this out and do this. And then the next scene it's already done. He doesn't actually show you how to do it. So it's just him talking. And I've gotten a lot of compliments on my other channel that I don't talk a lot. I just show. There's some of these channels that'll spend 2 or 3 minutes just talking about whatever, you know, the son and mom and dad, and this is a vlogging channel. So there's some expectation in a vlogging channel. That's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get vlogging. But when you're talking about a lawnmower repair, your expectation is you're going to get lawnmower repair, and you just don't get that from a lot of them. And the thing is, they drag them out to an hour long, and when it's a 15-minute job. I mean, a chainsaw, changing out 2 seals should have taken 15 minutes at the most. And it took him, I think it was an hour and 15 minutes. And the thing is he wasn't showing how to do it. He was just describing how to do it. And the next scene was, okay, he did it. So I'm going to interrupt this video real quick and ask you, since we're talking about it now, at the end of this video, there'll be an up next box that'll take you to my other channel, and we'll be working on, I guess, a chainsaw. And I really would appreciate it if you go over there and watch it. I would suspect within the next, well, I don't want to say, in a period of time, we are going to be monetized, and that's just very exciting. You know, it's only been, I think I started on January 1st, and this is what, March 15th, 14th, somewhere around there. So really close, and it didn't take that long. It's a month and a half, I guess 2 months, 2.5 months. So that's just, so I really do appreciate folks that are going over there and really helping me out. There's just one person that comments every day, I'm helping. I really do appreciate it. I can't tell you how much. So thank you. So as you probably have seen in my last few videos, it's been pretty warm here. We've opened the door, opened the windows, running the fan. But today you can see I got the Carhartt back on. It's pretty chilly. Last night a series of storms came through. So in yesterday's video I was telling you that we it had all these fires. Well, I guess there was one major fire up north, just about 14 miles. Well, last night it got much worse. I mean, every department, I guess, in the county, or 2 counties, were fighting fires. And they did an evacuation in the town. It's a fairly significant sized town. I don't know. Let's call it 10,000 people, just because I don't really know. 10, 20,000. And so they were evacuating. The sheriff put out a notice. Fire department put out a notice. So it was getting pretty serious. I guess about 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, somewhere around there yesterday. it was getting smoky outside, so Carolyn and I drove around just to make sure nothing was on fire around here. But there's probably a town through the woods. It's basically a trail, and sometimes you can't even get through the trail. It's pretty hairy drive. And the other direction, those paved roads, it's probably a 40-minute trip. But going through the woods to this trail, it's not far at all. Yeah, it was on fire, so that's what was causing all the smoke, I'm sure. It was pretty diluted by the time it got here, but it still smelled like smoke. It wasn't gagging type of smoke, but it was definitely, you could tell there was a fire. So, but the temperatures have cooled off now today, which is, you know, this is probably the most frustrating time of the year when it comes to living off grid. You know, you're excited about spring. You can't say this about fall because you're excited about the wood stove. That's what I'm getting ready to talk about here. But, you know, you try to figure out how much wood you're going to need for the year. So Carolyn has been splitting wood. As you know, we split all this wood just so and then that'll sit there and dry. But then before we bring it in, we'll split it some more to get it smaller because we just don't need a lot of firewood in there. So she spent a good portion of last fall splitting wood. I mean, it was a huge amount. And she's running out now, so she's just kind of keeping pace at the moment. Yeah, if she doesn't want to do it anymore, I'll do it. We still got a little bit here, but we're gonna have 2 or 3 nights that are gonna get down in the 30s. And today's a little chilly. The house is at about 71, 72 degrees. It was 69 when I woke up, so I didn't start the stove. Although it did meet the criteria that we set out that if it gets to 69 degrees, we'd start a fire. But I didn't start one because I'm just trying to conserve that firewood. It does want you to make you break down and use the buddy heater. Now our buddy heater broke. We decided we weren't going to replace it. We were just going to stick with firewood. But it would have been a lot easier this morning just for like that buddy heater for a couple hours, or maybe an hour, just to knock the chill off. I think that's all we really need at this point, but we'll, I guess we'll muddle through and just split wood as we need it. The bigger problem is it's raining also. And I've told you in the past that when it rains, the firewood is damp. So it's got to, have it a day or two to dry off. In order for it to dry off, you really need the wood stove to burn. So in the wintertime, it's not so bad. Let's say it snows, gets wet, you throw it up underneath in one of your corners. I got 3 spots that I store firewood. And you light the stove 3 times a day. So that has plenty of time to dry. But in the springtime, you may not light the stove at all for a day or 2. And then all of a sudden you have to light it. Well, you got this wet wood still because you haven't lit the stove to dry it off. So that's just a little bit of the downside to live off grid in the springtime. But like I said, we'll muddle through. We'll get through it. We have every year. But we did use the buddy heater in the past. So this is going to be the first year that we're going to try to get through it without the buddy heater. I don't even know if we could buy it. I mean, we could buy it online, but I don't know if their stores are selling it. Walmart was selling it a while back. And I almost thought about buying one, and then I talked myself out of it. It's just a waste of money. But I don't have any jobs left to do right now as far as lawnmower repair business. I guess with Easter coming, I don't know. I don't know. Here's the thing, is things are starting to turn green. The grass is starting to grow. You can see over here in the wooded area, and some of the vines are starting to turn green. So I would suspect that pretty soon people are going to be trying to start the lawnmowers and realize they're not starting. So it's not much longer now, I wouldn't think. You can, we had a huge windstorm. That's why the fire started. I didn't explain that. The fire started last night because we had, I guess, gusts of winds up to 70 miles an hour. It was pretty tough. But we survived it. This panels didn't even move on me last night. But, some of this junk that we had set up, Carolyn's wanting to use some of this stuff for different things. And it all blew around. She had this fencing over here she was going to use, and it blew around. But the panels stayed put, so. But you can see the grass is turning green. And the thing is, you got to remember last half of the season last year, we dried up. Everything turned brown like this. So the green is a huge difference. So it won't be much longer. We'll be cutting grass, I'm sure of it. And I think we're supposed to get a couple more rain events in the next week or so. as long as we stay above freezing. People want to bring pressure washers over here, and I got to keep telling them we got to wait because I don't want it to get below freezing and then have those pumps freeze up on me. And I'm being honest with them. I don't have a way to heat it is what I'm telling them. So I don't know, I guess we could walk down in the woods and see if we see any greening here. It's not like crazy green, but it's certainly getting there. I see some green on the path. That's growing. Yeah, it's really thick over here. Yep, so it won't be long now. Pretty exciting. I just don't think a lot of people are thinking about it, even when you're reminding them that they need to get their lawnmowers looked at. They're not thinking about it. I don't know why. To me, you know, I'm always trying to be prepared for the worst and make sure that everything's ready to go. I don't understand, you know, people get so frustrated in the springtime. You know, they stored their lawnmower away all winter and they go out to start it up. Well, the first thing I'd be worried about is the battery going to be charged. I would think that most people realize you can't store a battery over the winter and expect it to be in good shape the next year, but people do. I just bought this battery last year. Okay, well, did you trickle charge it? Did you do anything to maintain it? And then the oil change, you would think everybody would want their oil changed every year, but they don't. And so they go out to start it, it won't start. It's got fuel issues, it stinks, you know, the oil has soured on it, it stinks. But they don't seem to get it. So they come over and they want you to finish it, you'll fix it real quick. What's taking so long? What do you mean what's taking so long? We had all winter to do this. You're the one that waited. Well, I'll do the best I can, but I'm, like I said, pretty excited about all this. And we just warm up. I don't like the cold temperatures. So if you click this up next box, it'll take you to my other channel. I'd really appreciate it if you go there and check it out. So if I can inspire you to get through the tough times so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.